What is going on, Bills Mafia? Bills Talk with Hayden here. I hope everyone is doing extremely well. I am most certainly doing well, as we are just under 100 days away from the 2024-2025 NFL season starting. And exciting feelings are here in the Buffalo air, as the Buffalo Bills fans in Bills Mafia are feeling quite giddy for the season and what future they have, as there is a new room painted for the wide receiver core in Buffalo that needs to be highlighted. As we saw, offensive coordinator Joe Brady sat down for a press conference during his first 2 weeks of the Buffalo Bills OTAs and noted, quote, "At the end of the day, this is Josh Allen's offense." 2 sentences into his press conference on Tuesday, quote, "You're going to arrange your offensive players around them. Thus, for us to simply declare we're just going to have to scrap everything and everything was broken would be inappropriate. That would not be the situation. There will be certain aspects that align with my beliefs, but mostly it's like, tell me about your guys on our football team and what they could do, and we'll do that, and they'll show up and play." The Buffalo Bills are coming into 2024 with an offense, particularly a wide receiver core, that will look a lot different than last year's. The wide receiver room paints the best picture. Keon Coleman, new. Curtis Samuel, new. Khalil Shakir. The only player on this roster in the wide receiver room, I should say, to have caught a ball from Josh Allen last year. Matt Collins, new. Claypool, new. Scouting, new. And the list goes on and on. The Bills' new offensive core has redeemed the team's identity and revigorated their quest for championship glory. The combination of young talent, veteran leadership, and strategic acquisitions has the set stage for sustained success. The Bills have a new core and locker room of wide receivers, such as the star in Keon Coleman, the standout from Florida State. He has been the talk of the NFL draft at 6'4" with his blazing speed, vertical leap that seemed almost superhuman. Coleman has the physical tools to be a dominant force in the league, but it wasn't just his athleticism that had fans and analysts excited. It's his work ethic, his football IQ, and his uncanny ability to make clutch plays in critical moments. From the moment Keon Coleman stepped into the practice field in training camp for the Bills, it was clear that he is something special. His combination of his size, speed, and his ability made a matchup nightmare for any defender on the team. During one of the early practices, Josh Allen lofted a high pass into the end zone, and Coleman soared above 2 defenders, snatching the ball out of the air with ease. The crowd of onlookers were surprised that the play was even made. So Keon Coleman is going to be a star in that wide receiver core. Could he be the wide receiver number 1? I would say that is most likely possible. He's a tall wide receiver, something that the Buffalo Bills lacked. We saw during the huddle, everyone was the same exact height as Josh Allen, something that we did not see for a while. So being big is going to be a huge advantage for this Buffalo Bills wide receiver core. Allen could just throw a deep Hail Mary and they could just jump and catch the high ball in the end zone or the red zone, of course. So going on, we have a lot of X Factor and sleeping candidates, such as Curtis Samuel, who is one of my biggest ones, I believe, who will do a lot of different things and be a nice addition for the Buffalo Bills. I think he'll be a massive vocal point for the offense. Yeah, sure, he's probably not going to have the most touchdowns out of this group or be an explosive every game guy, but I think he is a player who will have a nice role on the offense and do a lot of things. Same goes for Scouting, same goes for Claypool. Like I said, they're not going to be explosive guys, but they will be guys who get the job done. Right now, everyone on this Buffalo Bills team has one and the same goal, and that is to score points and win. And when you have a locker room and a wide receiver core that is all on the same page, that is a good thing. Similar to what Joe Brady said in his OTA speech, just because we have 2 wide receivers leave or are no longer with us, they're gone. We are not trying to replace them. It's going to be a lot more spreading the ball around. It's like the sum is greater on the parts. If one person eats, everyone eats, which is the mindset for this wide receiver room coming ahead that I believe they will embrace. Yeah, they will miss having a wide receiver 1, as one makes everyone else better because they require much more attention, such as Stephon Diggs. So we would see Stephon Diggs would always get double teamed, so Allen would have to pass to another wide receiver. That is no longer the case. Now the Bills are going to be able to spread the ball. So now your secondary options will be getting more attention from the defense, and the ball will be spread out more, which is a good and nice thing to have. While Diggs is a star, he demands targets and gets toxic when he doesn't get them. Buffalo figured out how to win without Diggs last season, which is a good thing, and Josh Allen will actually improve even more because he won't have that pressure to force a certain amount of targets to a certain big personality in the wide receiver corps. The Bills were almost successful as an offense the past 4 years when they've done two things. They've relied on the run and worked the middle of the field. So when they went out, got a great tight end pair in Kincaid and Knox, got a decent slot in the wide receiver group as stated, and have built up the run game in James Cook and now Frank Gore Jr. They built an offense that the last 2 years that they could survive without a guy like Stephon Diggs or Gabe Davis. This wide receiver core, with time hoping that Claypool, Coleman, or MVS can turn into a wide receiver type 1 and get attention drawing wide receiver for them. Personally, I love Joe Brady as our play caller, and as a person, he's a great personality. His confidence in Allen is great, and he's 100% right. This is Josh Allen's offense. You keep doing your best to build around him. The combination of young talent, veteran leadership, and strategic acquisitions has set the stage for sustained success. The Bills' new core and locker room of wide receivers is going to be a nice asset and a very underrated asset for them this upcoming season. As the Buffalo Bills hit the midway point of OTAs, it is going to be interesting to see what the final roster is going to look like, but it is safe to say the wide receiver core is going to have a new look, and I am curious to see how Joe Brady is going to manage that, as well as how is Josh Allen going to manage that. I think it will be a good thing. Alrighty, Bills fans, and that is the end of this video. Please feel free to give this video a like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. And of course, let me know in the comment section below. Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you disagree? What do you think of the wide receiver core right now? Did you like the old one? Do you like the new one? Are you so-so? What do you think of the offense overall? I'd be very interested to hear. Till next time, Bills Mafia, see ya, and let's go Bills.